get into a topic that would lead into the podcast and not make us uncomfortable. We got to get this going. I have Valheim to play. All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Junk Monkeys podcast.
Woo!
My name is Randy McLeod. I'm joined by the illustrious Noah. I'm going to keep with the illustrious.
I used that one already.
I liked it a lot.
Give me a different one.
For you.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm also joined, by the way, the honorable Daniel Mosionier.
That's not true at all. That's just not true.
I've stolen, I've pillaged.
I will stab you in the back the moment I get the chance.
I have a wanted poster.
I have a wanted level right now. 5 stars.
Oh, shit, I didn't
There are
see
helicopters. It's above my head. The second I get home, I put on my internet piracy hat.
Yeah, you're fine. Hey.
I'm not anymore.
So, guess what?
What's up?
It's going to be a Just Chatting episode, guys.
Whoa,
it's one of our favorite ones
we're
because
chatting all about it.
we don't have
Rand
to
gets
think
busy.
things.
We don't have to think about things. So yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. We're going to be talking about hyperfixations, nostalgia, band memories, band class memories.
I'm excited for that one.
And I'm going to provide an argument in defense of social media. We're going to do all of this
Argument
in
is
this
accurate.
episode of the Junk Monkeys podcast. Hey, what's up, everyone? Thank you so much for coming back to our podcast.
Holy shit, thank you.
Guess what? Our last episode did way better than the media draft, and I really appreciate that. Honestly, I was a big fan of the music episode. I think that was a fantastic conversation that we had, and I really hope everybody who listened to it really enjoyed it. We got great responses to it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people talked to me about it, and they were like, hey, great episode. I'm like, thank you. Appreciate that.
Nobody talked to me about it, and I was like, yeah, it's still a great episode.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you listen to it, Noah?
I had to listen to some of it to make the thumbnail, yeah.
It sounds like you wanted to listen to it when you
I
said,
did listen.
damn, I had to listen.
Jesus Christ.
No, that's what I always do. Whenever
Yeah.
I'm making the thumbnails is I'll put on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then
Just idly listen.
Yeah, and just idly listen
Yeah.
to it. And if anything like jumps out at me, then that's something that I try
No,
to...
you came up with a banger
I tried to
thumbnail for that
integrate
one.
into
That
it.
was really, really
I'm
good.
going to be honest, I totally forgot what the thumbnail is.
It's just
Yeah, so
me
did
like
I.
being a DJ. It's
What?
really
I'm
funny.
pulling it up right now.
So as he's pulling that up, I'm also going to get through some other housekeeping. Operation Get Ran to San Fran. Yeah, he just pulled
We're
it
looking
up.
at the
It's very
thumbnail.
good. It's very
Randy's
good.
a fucking DJ.
Um,
It's just not lined up. I love it.
Operation Get Ran to San Fran is still in effect as far as I know. I have
Yeah?
seen nothing else about it. Nominations opened up like late last year. So we're working on it. We're getting there.
I say, as far as you know, aren't you the guy that's supposed to know?
I'm keeping track of it,
Okay.
but like they haven't updated it in a
announced
while.
Right, yeah,
any
yeah.
winners.
So we're working on it. Basically, it's just a situation where like I could go to San Francisco if I get nominated. It's not like a vote, like a number of votes. It's more like a quality of a nomination.
it's a
form.
first past the post sort of deal.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
We're not getting political.
No.
I'm sorry.
So
Could do a whole episode.
we're just gonna
No,
keep
no,
on,
keep going.
Don't
keep
interrupt
going.
me when I say I could. I'm not gonna, you bastards. That one's not getting bleeped.
All right. Fair. Is bastard a bad one?
Oh, I mean, it's not a good word.
It's not a good one.
It's
but
sort
like
of, well, yeah, it has
he
dual.
said the B word at the beginning.
Did I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Wait, which one?
I'm gonna be honest. I
Yeah.
totally stopped bleeping swears.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I don't care.
I didn't even care.
we get like
The only
one
ones for the
view.
shorts. The only ones
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah,
shorts
yeah.
because I'm like putting those on my Instagram. Anyway, we're gonna keep moving here, folks. Shout out to the shorts, obviously.
Woo!
Dan's been doing fantastic work on that.
We got news about the shorts.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Ooh.
coming up with a new schedule for the shorts.
Ooh.
Which means more shorts.
more shorts?
We were talking about it yesterday.
means you need more views, which means you need to keep showing up, folks.
Hey,
That's what we need.
It's warming up. We need more shorts.
Absolutely.
Yes.
No more long pants.
Darren actually told me that like the first short we put out.
Ooh.
What?
That was a good joke.
No, it wasn't.
What
That
was
was
it?
bad.
It was the shorts joke, and it's like it's warming up. I need more shorts.
Yeah, it's not good. I don't know why.
I thought it was.
Why would
pretty
you laugh
funny.
at such a
I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Darian was actually the one. When our first short came out, he was like, "This is really good, but you guys need to do more." And I was like,
okay.
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
And then I slept on it for like a month because I didn't want to do it.
Yep.
And then I realized it'd actually be really easy.
It
So-
behooves us.
What? Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Like a horse.
Yeah, absolutely, like Roger Clark on the horse.
Oh no, I hope not.
And
What if we had to re-record an episode because of the same problem?
Of what? If we were
The
too
Roger- the
like
Roger- yeah.
We were talking about this. You know what? I'm just gonna bring it in. We were talking before the episode started about Roger Clark, who plays Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2, and obviously he had to do a lot of voice acting for the role.
Some might say a lot of voice acting.
A lot.
It's
I
almost
think it was
like
like
he plays a
3
main
years.
character.
Yeah.
A main character.
Oh,
Not
actually,
the main character.
actually, he kind of takes like issue with people calling it voice acting. He did performance capture.
That's actually not unfair.
No, absolutely
like
not.
he's all.
Yeah.
I was gonna say ghillie suited up, but that's not.
And it's not
really.
like discounting voice acting, but it's also
They're
like
separate things though.
yeah, absolutely. And I think he's trying to like create that, like trying to be like, hey, by the way, this isn't the same thing. Anyway,
Whatever.
so
He can cry with his fucking $1 million he has.
yeah, I mean, rockstar money.
Yeah, like whatever.
Yeah. So apparently Roger Clark would like he'd record lines for being on the horse, right?
Yeah, you know, like oh, giddy up.
yeah, you know,
Such.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
you know, it's
things
stuff
like that.
Yeah. Well, those are the things you would be hoping
You would
for.
hope. But apparently, when he got in the booth, they would record for a week, and then he'd come back the next week, and they call him and be like, "Roger, we got to re-record those lines."
And he's like, "What are you talking about, Dutch?"
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Roger, you don't have to be in character. I'm not in character. This is how I talk." But apparently, yeah, he was a little too sensual when he was talking to the horses. So
Just too close to the mic.
a little too close and a little
too friendly.
yeah,
A little too friendly.
a little suggestive.
A little, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Questioning whether or not he was talking to a horse.
Absolutely, guys. Let's leave that.
Let's
in the
stop
past.
talking about that.
Leave it in the dust, as you say.
So as I was saying, it'd be
Let's-
pretty funny if we had to re-record an episode of this.
It would be
because we did
hilarious
that.
if you
Yeah.
had to text me. If I got that text from you, and you're like, "I just got through the edit, Ren.
We're talking too sexy.
Wait, we got to do it again.
We gotta.
I don't know
re-record.
why,
I don't know what the. Fuck
and I don't know why we didn't clock it when we were doing the episode.
I don't know what we were on.
We were all
but-
just so involved. Oh my god!
Get off the mic, guys. No,
Big spungers, dude. That's another thing I've been saying.
no.
What did you
I
just
don't
say?
want that one.
Randy looked at me with such a weird
Oh,
look.
that
What?
was like back when we used to say bunger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'd be like, "Oh, you can't say bunger.
You can't say bunger
What's wrong with that?
with the
There's
hard
nothing
G.
wrong with it, but we kind of associated
It just
with a bad
sounds
thing.
racist.
Yeah,
It's something that obviously like isn't, but
like,
just
yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
the fact that we
tone-
kind of,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
The tone
let me-
it carried.
Hold on. In defense of myself, okay?
Yeah.
So I don't get fucking canceled.
I'm not. Also,
No,
this
just-
is not in the
It
episode.
definitely is.
No.
Yeah. So poggers
Mm-hmm.
turned into like. You good? You just
Yeah, yeah, no,
Noah looked at his mic like.
It fell. It fell.
Poggers turned into like pungers.
Okay.
And I feel like you've probably heard pungers. I've said. Pungers
I don't think I
once.
have.
Pungers turned into like. I think pungers turned into spungers.
Okay.
So I'd be like spungers, dude, and that's like good.
Noah, you brought a topic to talk about today, and I'd like to
did.
move to it.
Oh, I've been saying we replaced
Nostalgia,
No,
yes.
this
Yeah.
one, no, this one's funny. We replaced. We've been doing different animal poggers. So
Okay.
like geese say like honkers, and like pigs say like oinkers.
Okay.
He loves it. See, ducks say like quackers, dude.
Okay.
And then fish, it's just fingers.
No
I don't know.
bloopers.
Fingers.
Fingers. What?
I hate
It's a
that.
fish.
F.
Yeah, but like.
No, I
Okay.
get it. I get it.
All right.
Anyways,
Anyways.
Noah. Hey Noah,
Hi.
why don't you want to talk about hyperfixations? What's going on?
I'm
What's
curious about what this means.
yeah? What are you talking about?
Hyperfixations is a term that I've known for a while because I have been able to apply it to a lot of different things that have happened in my life.
Yeah.
And it is a brief period of time where you just fixate on one very specific thing.
Like a game or a hobby or
Game,
a show
hobby,
or
an interest, show,
right.
any form of media.
You're just going hard on this one.
Yeah,
thing.
you are like day and night. You're just researching it. You're just looking up things. You're just trying to ingest as much media of that as possible.
Totally.
Yeah.
What I'm curious about,
Okay.
what is your latest hyperfixation? Because it
I-
sounds like you got one.
Is it
Yeah,
Hell
hating the
Divers?
government. No,
No, stop.
no. I think my latest hyperfixation, which actually is a little ways gone, but it's a pattern that I always see.
Yeah.
Was actually swords.
Oh, you were
Okay.
telling me about
for
this.
like a solid 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with swords, and I wanted to get a sword so badly.
That's always the problem with hyperfixations is that like
They're a hyperfixation.
when money comes into play, where you're like all of a sudden the ads start showing up on your Instagram feed,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're like, oh,
your tax return just came back.
yeah, and you're like, oh,
I
that's
got some expendable money.
that's a pretty penny.
I'm so glad that like I'm money conscious enough to realize and
just hold off.
just hold off. Let's simmer on this for like maybe
Let's see
a
if
couple
this
months
sticks,
and see if it's still something we want.
And then it isn't.
Exactly. Like I don't need a sword right now.
Yeah, but need a sword, want a sword.
I know. If I had more money, 100%. 100. If I had fuck off money where I could just do whatever I
if
want.
you had infinite chromer.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you seen those wood splitting swords?
Yes.
Yes.
Where that's like their entire point.
It's like an axe, but like a sword.
But it's just a big fucking sword.
Yeah.
No,
I want one of those.
I would love one of those.
Like $300, $400.
Oh, easy.
That's not
Dude.
that bad for a sword.
Yeah, that's true.
and like for 2 weeks, I was researching swords. I was looking at different types. I like whittled it down to the exact type of sword that I wanted. I even went on Etsy, and I was like, oh yeah, no, like this
Etsy.
person who like makes custom swords, like, oh yeah, I want one of these.
Are they selling
things.
swords on Etsy?
They
Dude,
sell
they sell
everything
Really?
on Etsy.
Everything.
I feel like Etsy is one of those
Name-
ones where I'm like, this is an underground that I just don't have any context
No,
for.
Etsy is wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, the only
You
thing
know
you have
where
to
I
be
got-
careful about is there's lots of people who also do a ton of reselling.
Right.
Like there's one sword on there that I favorited, and then Etsy comes up with all these recommendations and everything. There was 3 pictures
Just
of
the
the
same
exact same sword
Yeah.
that other people are selling at all at different prices.
Okay.
You know, I'm holding my bag up for my audience. You know, I got this bag, handcrafted in Germany. Got it from Etsy.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is my bag. So.
What's that other?
Love Etsy.
What's the craft website? Like arts and crafts.
Pinterest?
Maybe
Etsy.
Maybe it's Etsy. Maybe I'm thinking of Etsy.
Etsy is a pretty
Etsy, like Etsy's a
crafty.
marketplace, but like if you're looking for usually handmade bespoke things,
Yeah.
Yes.
Etsy's where you're gonna go.
Well, I think I got
Love Etsy.
Christmas gifts for Mike and Noah like 4 years ago when we were
Who are
into
those?
D&D.
I said, "Who?" This is a joke. Try and keep up.
It was I think I got you guys like custom dice or whatever. Yeah. That was my like Etsy binge.
Yep.
That's
That's exactly where I got your gift.
Yeah, that's right.
as well.
I hyperfixation wise.
Etsy binge sounds like a character that's white that Miyamoto was trying to name.
Oh, I see
He
it.
couldn't come up with a name, and he's like, Etsy binge. That's the character's name.
Yeah,
see that.
our flagship character.
Etsy binge.
The only thing is, Etsy has become a lot more expensive. Their shipping atrocious.
Well, because they used to be like not unknown, but
Yeah.
more underground.
they used to be more for like the farmers market people
Yeah.
sort of thing,
Right.
and now people realize that they can make a lot of money
Yeah.
reselling.
and now there's lots of like companies that
Oh,
operate
yeah.
solely on Etsy.
So it's like, yeah, you're buying on Etsy, you're supporting the creator, but you're buying from a conglomerate.
Capitalism got its grubby little
Absolutely.
hands on
It
it.
did.
100%.
Buggers.
So there's still lots of great
yeah.
things to find on Etsy.
yeah.
You just got to sift through the shit.
Yeah. It's like on Pinterest where I'm like looking up a recipe and I'm like, oh, is that a recipe? No, that's Heinz. That's Heinz giving out a recipe that you'll love. It's like, no, is it 98% Heinz mayonnaise? Is it?
Is it a recipe for mayo? Is the recipe 1 cup Heinz mayo? Is that it?
It's
Well, I don't want it.
It's $8 at the
Sure, you could
store.
use like Hellman's mayo, but we recommend you use
We
the
do
Heinz
do
mayo.
like the Heinz though.
Have you guys made homemade mayo?
I've been
No.
thinking about
It's so easy,
Yeah.
and like Babish is underselling how much better it is.
it. Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
Don't follow Babish's recipe though, because it makes watery shit.
Okay, so how'd you change it?
I just did more eggs and more less oil, basically.
Sweet.
I followed his recipe to the letter, and it was like soup, and I was like, "What is this nonsense, dude?"
No, what I was gonna bring up for hyperfixations was, because I've been having this problem too, where I'm like, man, and like I said, like Instagram is really bad for this, and that like it'll feed my hyperfixations.
Yeah, it's so easy to go off the deep end.
Yep.
on
Because
stuff.
3 weeks
Just keep
ago,
following stuff.
3 weeks ago, all of a sudden my feed starts just out of nowhere. All of a sudden, I'm getting these like photography accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man,
I want to get into photography.
I'd love to get into photography.
Not to like not completely derail it, but
No, it's fine.
you strike me as like someone who'd be really into photography.
I think
I'm
might.
I'm surprised you don't do photography.
Honestly, I
Take
think
that
it'd be
camera and
really
start.
cool.
Yeah.
However, this is the hyperfixation talking
yeah, here
because
it
I'm
is.
looking at the websites and I'm like, oh, cameras are expensive.
You don't need that expensive a camera. To
Yeah,
do
that's
photography.
true. I could just get started. And I think it would go well with a lot of things that I'm doing, like if I go for hikes or whatever, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden I can just take a picture there, or my food, or like when I'm cooking or whatever, I'll take a nice picture of it.
Yeah.
Right? Honestly, like my phone camera is
I was about to
absurdly
say,
good.
like lots of people just start out on their phone
Yeah.
camera and stuff.
Yeah, I don't really like put a lot of thought into like the camera. I don't know, the shot. I kind of
Right.
just am like, hey, this looks good.
That's part of the the conversation, and Noah made a really good point when he said it's a good idea to just let it sit for a little while, a couple weeks, couple months, see if it's still there, because it gives you time to research the topic. Because if you're like, I want to get into photography, that's awesome. It's like 80% work on the computer, right? Not specifically you. I'm just saying in general. It's like 20% working with the camera and like 80%. It's just like police work. I want to be a police officer. It's 95% in the office doing paperwork, right?
Totally.
Photography is like 80% on the computer editing your shots. So
that's so funny that you bring that up, because that was my problem. That was the roadblock I hit with marine biology, where I was like,
you're like, I want to go in the ocean.
Yeah.
And it's like 1 week out of the year. Or
absolutely.
Like
and you have to, and the rest of it is just like applying for grants and like research, using
writing
that research
papers
that you got for like, because it's super expensive to drop somebody in the fucking ocean for a week. But yeah, once my problem with that hyperfixation was
marine biology.
Was that I applied to a university in Nova Scotia out of that hyperfixation. And then I was like,
you went hard on it.
I went off the deep end.
Hey.
Anyone?
I'm cutting that out.
Yeah,
No.
It's just beeped.
Yeah, just the whole thing. I double over it. Ray, you say something bad.
He said something stupid. But yeah, that was my hyperfixation problem, was that like I really hated like the environmental engineering technology program. And then I was like, well, what do I enjoy lately? Oh, man, I watched this documentary about
I
coral.
remember you saying that. And you were just like, I'm going to go to university.
I really got to go do this. I got to save the coral, bro.
I got to save the coral, bro.
Dan, I was young and dumb. And
no, it's just funny. I love it.
I mean, that's the exact same thing that I did with like my automotive mechanics.
Right.
Is I was into cars for a long time. Not as long as like lots of other people that are like obsessed with cars, like having
like their whole lives.
Well, yeah, like having posters and stuff.
Like a lot of the kids we went to school with.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't that deep into it, but at the time,
you loved it.
I loved it.
You loved it.
And it was what I wanted to do and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did the whole thing, and then I actually got into the actual workforce of it, and it was like, wow, fuck this.
That's especially when you're seeing things on like social media or YouTube or anything like that.
You're seeing the
glamorized version.
I was gonna use glamorized.
The tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
And then you get to the bottom and you're like 99 times out of 100 you're gonna be like, this is not at all what I envisioned.
I hate this.
Yeah.
The only thing where like a hyperfixation actually turned out really well is cooking for me. Where like at first I got like super interested in like learning everything I could about it, and then I like kept going because I'm like, the thing with cooking though is that like you literally have to.
You're gonna do it every day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you might as well learn about it. And I was like, oh man, actually this hyperfixation worked. I feel like this podcast started as a hyperfixation where we'd just be talking about it at work and be like, we should do a podcast, and then we kept on like looking into it and researching it, and then it kept going.
I feel like the cooking thing could be summarized differently though.
Yeah, please.
Because in a good way, because the things both of you've talked about thus far have been things you've in some way or another tried to turn into a career, right? Not turn into a career, but like you went to school for it.
Oh, sorry.
You went to university.
I thought you were
for
talking
it.
about photography. I'm
right?
like,
No. Like marine biology, like cars.
Yeah.
Cooking in a different aspect is something that you're going to be doing every day.
Yep.
And is something that doesn't require a university degree to do, and is something that you can learn a lot about relatively quickly at home for free.
Well, and that's the nice thing about hyperfixations is because you can go so hard into like these fixations and stuff.
Yeah.
If the fixation is like some sort of life skill, like cooking, like
that's just beneficial.
Like working on cars and stuff. Like that still benefits you even if you're not interested in it. You still have all that information.
Yeah.
It doesn't just go away once you lose interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
You ever need to fix a car? And you're good.
Yeah, guess what, exactly. Mr. Garbutt. Give him a call.
I thought you said Mr. Carbit.
Noah. Start a business.
Absolutely not.
Garbits.
And carpets.
Carpets
and carpets.
Garbits, and carpets.
You think I'm a mechanic, but actually I just reupholster your entire inside of your car with just shag carpet.
Whoa, like that thick.
Yeah.
Like you'll sink into this shit.
You're going to be so hot in that car.
I don't really know if I've had any hyperfixations that I've gone like that hard on.
Okay.
My hyperfixations are usually like, well, there's music.
Yeah.
Because I feel like for the past like 10 years, I've been pretty hyperfixated on it because that's like my main thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would describe as like hyperfixations usually comes in the forms of like games for me.
Yeah.
So like when I first downloaded, I've talked to you about this a little bit. There's I really like Terraria, right? There's a mod for Terraria called Calamity Mod. And it's like probably 3 times the content that the base game has. There's a lot to learn about it. Some of it's actually quite technical. So like a lot of times for games, I'll just like laser focus in on just like reading everything I can on a wiki or forum posts or stuff like that. And
yeah, exactly.
It's a different vein, but it's still,
No, I think like games are very much like that, where like
easily
Noah and I got hyperfixated on playing RoboQuest.
Yep.
And then we
You're
haven't
playing
touched
that every
it
day.
We haven't touched it for like 2-3 weeks, and we still haven't beaten it. Like, and I keep on like in the back of my head like, we should get back to that.
We still need to do that.
Yeah. But like, I feel like games are very much like that, where you and I, like, Dan, sorry. Whenever I say you and I'm like, it's like a visual thing.
Who you're looking
at.
at.
Yeah, where like the audience is like, who? But Dan, when you and I, like, when I was in college, I was like, well, I'm going to get really into Smite now. And
you did for a little bit.
Yeah, it was good. It was a great time.
It was a classic, like, focus in for like a month or 2 and then quit.
And then something else catches my eye. A shiny new object.
That has been the case for like this entire year so far. Like it started off with Pal World for me. And then Helldivers came out and I really wanted to get Helldivers, but I'm holding off on it.
I appreciate that.
Like the server shit?
No, just I'm holding off on it, waiting till everybody else like is like all lined up, because that's a game I want to play with
of
people.
course.
You almost have to wait for everybody's hyperfixations to line up.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And right now I'm doing an honor run in Baldur's Gate, so that's
nice.
like all my social media is just full of Baldur's Gate stuff. Like, oh, did you miss this item? And all of a sudden I'm looking at it, it's like, oh, I could really use that.
Yeah.
I got to save this for later. And
that would have been really useful 2 dungeons ago.
And then I'm like never going to look at it, and I'm just going to delete it from my feed in like 2 months.
Yep. It's great.
I feel like my biggest, longest, and least appreciated hyperfixation thus far, it's a game. It's been Smite. I just hit 2,500 hours on Steam. That's just Steam, because it used to be the independent game launcher.
That's right.
And I have like 1,300 hours there.
Wow.
So like we're looking at like what is that, 3,800 hours?
Yeah.
So yeah, that shit sucks.
Damn.
And like that's a game I play all the time with friends, of course.
Yeah.
But there's just like that. I want to keep getting better. I don't know.
That's crazy.
That sucks.
No, I mean like
no, I mean the game. Game sucks.
Oh.
Smite 2 is coming out.
Let's go.
That's gonna be great.
They're coming out with a second one?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
They needed to.
I thought it was just going to be like League of Legends, where they just keep adding more and more people to it.
Well, it would be if Smite made any money. It makes lots of money off of like selling skins and shit, but like I've checked Steam charts a number of times. The max players Smite has ever had on Steam has been 31,000.
Really?
That's nothing. Wow. Now, of course, that doesn't factor in like console and such, but like, so the number's probably higher. But on Steam, 31K. That's it.
It's pretty wild right now, like the Steam world, where it's like, oh, hey, Pal World, biggest concurrence, whatever, like hugest thing,
and
whatever.
then immediately changed.
And then Helldivers 2 came out. I was like, oh, by the way, this is the biggest one now. I'm like, what is
I
happening?
had a friend come to me and be like, who will remain nameless. Friend come to me and be like, man, look at Pal World dropping in players just like clockwork. And I was like,
what?
Man, people beat a game and then move on. Shocker. They've sold 20 million copies. Do you know what 20 million times 30 is? 600 million. Dollary dues.
Yeah.
For an early access game.
Now, I know they're not getting $600 million because Steam cuts, but like those people are taking home $200 million.
Yep.
Like on like a $6 million investment.
Yeah, but it's a failure because
player drops. Player drops, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Ridiculous opinions.
So, that was a nice conversation about hyperfixation.
I had something more I was going to say, but I can't.
Oh, I'd love to.
I don't even remember, though.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. My other hyperfixation before we leave.
I don't even know what you said. I just made a face at him. I went, oh. What'd you say?
I said you didn't fixate on it.
Yeah, I haven't been fixating on my
Lock in, bro.
hyperfixations.
Lock in.
I'm going to shoot myself, dude.
Jesus. No, my other one was like, we went climbing in Winnipeg. And dude,
I saw that.
I think I might begin, like,
Ooh.
I'm really into climbing now. Like,
bit of a rock
that was
climbing
so
guy.
much fun. Like,
it was.
I don't, like, it's such a workout. Like, I felt exhausted afterwards. Because it's like
3 days
hey,
I was sore.
By the way, get your entire body mass, like, lift your entire body mass up, like, multiple steps. I'm like,
I can't do this.
I can't do this.
Dude, by the end of that, like, they give you little handles to climb down, so you're like halfway up the thing, and then like they have really thick mats, so you just kind of like drop, and they taught us how to like properly fall.
Yeah.
By the end of it, you hit the top and you just let go.
Yeah, you don't care how high up you are anymore.
Just get me down.
You just let go and you hope you don't hit any rocks on the way down.
Exactly, you don't bounce off. But yeah, so I might get into
That'd be a hell of a Junk Monkeys announcement. Whereas, sad to announce that Randy McLeod died in a rock climbing accident.
How would we do that? Would that be a text post? Is that a video?
That would be a video.
Yeah.
It'd be the rest of us in front of the camera.
You're all wearing like suits and
like black.
Yeah, black suits. Yeah.
It would be the exact same thumbnail as when Mike left.
But Randy,
but it's like real this time. Oh, that'd be so sad. Imagine if my death was announced on the Junk Monkeys podcast.
I would tell you to like die, but you already did.
Yeah. Honestly, clip that out.
You die, but nobody finds your body, but we know. But we're just like, oh man, this is
You have to hold it for the press.
This is gonna be great content, and we release your death on the Junk Monkeys
Oh
podcast.
my God, no!
We bring Randy's dead body into the booth and
Oh,
prop him up in
no.
the chair.
Anyways, we know Randy's been missing. You guys are all worried about
Oh,
him.
he's not. He's right here.
Don't worry, he's here. Unfortunately, he is dead. So
You do the Weekend at Bernie's shit where you're like,
The
you got me
sunglasses.
held up and like you're like imitating my voice.
Russ is like, hey, Rand, how's it going this month? And we're just like,
Oh, he's had a lot to drink.
pretty
Don't.
good, Russ. It's me, Randy.
This is what Randy sounds like.
In my head, yeah.
Yeah.
When you talk, that's what I hear. I hear. Hey, Dan, you
All right, all right, all right.
It's not true. Not true, and you know it.
No, you also brought up nostalgia.
Yes. So I had a very big wave of nostalgia recently with Overwatch 2, actually.
I saw you playing that the other night.
Dude, they came out with a new update where they did a ton of adjustments. They brought back the old rank system and everything. And there was one night where you were there?
I might have been there.
It was you, Mike, me, and I think Sam was playing with us. Or maybe it was just us three.
Maybe.
I can't remember. But holy shit, that is the best Overwatch has felt in years.
Yeah, it wasn't like frustrating. It was actually
No.
quite
You
fun.
were a huge Overwatch guy.
No, it
Oh,
was
yeah.
huge.
Oh,
into
yeah.
it. Like, if we could get your hour count, you know,
I think
it would rival like Dan's and Smite.
No,
I
not
was
even
gonna
close.
say,
no.
excuse
I have
you.
like maybe 500 hours.
Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna say, I've been playing since like 2014.
Oh, I'm thinking
so.
you're Fallout 4.
Fallout 4, I only have like 200.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry.
Um,
I'm just wrong on all
Are you
accounts.
just okay?
All right.
do you even know me? But
Do you
no,
know me? No.
like just the sheer nostalgia wave that just crashed over
Yeah,
me
man.
in the middle of those. Like it took me straight back to like 2016. We were doing call outs.
Yep.
After
we were,
school.
We were like planning alts and everything.
Well, and that's the thing too. You were working with like the shittiest Wi-Fi known to man.
Oh
so,
my
like,
God.
you'd be like booping people, but like it kind of worked, but also
Not
sometimes not
really.
really. And yeah, good times.
So I loved that so much.
Yeah.
And I really hope that we still keep playing Overwatch.
Yeah. Well, that's the tricky thing is like trying to wrangle that hyperfixation, man.
Yes, I know.
Because time is so limited. You know what I mean? Like in a day. But
Who's your main?
Mains.
Mains.
So
Like if you're playing damage, who are you playing?
if I'm playing damage, see that's the thing. I've always been a support main.
Okay,
Yeah.
who are you
Because
playing
support was the most forgiving role with shit internet. Because
yeah,
I
that
would
is
play.
so true.
I watch one play Reinhardt hold the shield and just
No,
be like,
I played
I'm good.
Lucio because
I love Lucio.
very existence benefited the team, and
Yeah,
that
just-
was
just
all I was capable
Or
of
a
doing.
healing. Yeah. I like
Yes.
Lucio. I played Lucio.
Dude.
Yeah.
My Lucio now, unbelievable.
Cracked.
I don't touch the ground for over half the game.
No, it's insane as Lucio. It's like almost to the point where I'm like, we'll be doing like firing or like practice whatever.
Deathmatch.
Yeah, deathmatch. And there's a one map where I'll play Junker Queen, and he'll play Lucio, and we just go to this one bus, and I have to try and hit him with my knife, but it's impossible because he's just zip-zopping all over the place.
Dude, I love it so much. So Lucio's definitely like he's my number one played character.
Yeah.
I think on console, at the start of Overwatch, I used to be a Genji main and then quickly ditched that.
Yeah.
Darian used to be a Genji main.
Yeah, I just couldn't figure him out.
You play Tracer a lot, right, Dan?
I
was like,
remember you playing
Tracer's my
Tracer.
thing. I love Tracer. What does that mean?
I remember you playing Tracer.
Yeah.
It was like if we ever went into like a deathmatch or anything like that and you killed me, I would watch the kill cam just to try and figure out.
You're like analyzing him.
Yeah, I was analyzing. I'm just like, how the fuck does he know exactly like how far his teleport goes, where he's going, so he's not hitting a fucking wall?
See,
because that's all I ever did
See,
playing Tracer.
That's the thing. I was a Overwatch one trick. I was okay at Lucio. I was clearly nowhere good as you.
Yeah.
I played a little Mercy, but like I was like a Tracer one trick.
Nice.
I was like, I'm good at Tracer, but like that's all I got, dog. If you can figure out how to like keep away from me, I'm fucking useless.
No, I've been
So
trying to do more DPS since the changes. I haven't been doing as much DPS before the changes. We figured out that I like to play the most annoying characters, hence why I play Lucio, because he is just a fucking fly on the wall that nobody can kill.
Is he different from the first game? Is he?
Not that different.
No, just the same.
No,
His aura is much shorter.
Oh.
But the effects of the aura are enhanced.
Yeah, okay.
But for DPS wise, I started playing Sombra.
Ooh.
Which
You're pretty good, Storm. I like it.
not so much anymore. with all the new health changes and everything, it definitely like diminishes her because she was very like she played like an assassin. She would go invisible behind everyone and then just like take out the supports.
Yeah.
But with everybody getting more health and everything, everybody's able to like have more time to communicate and turn around and everything.
Yeah.
So I've kind of gone back to my roots in support a lot more now.
Is Overwatch 2 free?
Yeah.
Oh. We have to hook Zephyr up with play some games. So, I don't know. I think we gonna.
I think we should
party
all play up,
Overwatch
party
again.
Up. Yeah, I
assume PC and Xbox Game Pass can play together, right?
Oh, it's cross-plat.
It's
Just
cross-plat.
total cross-platform.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I might throw Overwatch on the download today.
Yeah, you should.
I got lots
Absolutely.
of space. So
The only thing is that you can't do comp.
You can't do comp, but fuck it, just
cares?
fucking play quick.
Exactly.
I don't play ranked.
Great. Danny, have you had any waves of nostalgia lately?
Nostalgia.
Because I honestly I can't think of any at the moment.
So here's the thing, right? And you guys know this about me. When I play games, I don't play games like you, because like I don't jump between games, right? I play the same games I've been playing for 10 years. I still play DayZ. I still play BTD6. I still play Smite, and so my repertoire of games I play regularly is actually pretty small.
Damn.
Like on average, I would say the amount of games I jump between just in general is probably only like 5 or 6. It's really not that many.
Wow.
So if I pick up a game and I want to pick up a game, I'm gonna put 1,000 hours into it, right?
Shit.
I don't really jump on like new games. Like Pal World is I got Pal World and I've been playing so much Pal World. It's so good.
I maxed out Pal World and I have not touched it for like 2 weeks now.
That's the point though. Because what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
There's no like infinite gameplay loop, right?
No, there isn't.
You'll get a fixation to play it again in like a year though.
Oh yeah,
like
once they release the whole thing and everything, I'm sure I'm gonna jump right back.
We were
into
talking about this. Do you think they're gonna raise the level cap? They've got it, right?
They have to.
I've got it. 50. What do you think? 75? You think 100?
I think they would go 100.
Oh, that'd be because like you know.
Doesn't Arc go to 100?
I don't know. I don't play Arc. I found out that Arc with all the DLCs is like 400 gigs last night. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no, it's nuts.
I was gonna say like the XP between like those later levels is like 600,000 XP.
Oh yeah, no, I hit level 47 and I'm just like, I'm not gonna spend double the amount of time I've put into this game just to hit level 50.
Yeah. So you didn't get to 50?
No.
I'm at 44.
Yeah,
and I'm hitting a wall.
Yeah,
I'm starting to hit the wall.
I got 47, and then I was like already catching the like level 50 bosses and everything. And I was like,
see,
I'm done.
I've already done that. I caught Gentragon early, and it took like 50 legendary spears. So to finish off the point,
Yeah.
nostalgia I've gotten recently. I don't know. The biggest one is probably Minecraft. Because I still play lots of Minecraft.
That always hits.
Yes. The thing being that for the longest time, I've only played modded Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
And recently, probably 6 months ago, 9 months ago, I started playing on a server with one of my friends, and all she wanted to do was play vanilla. So I was like, okay, cool, we'll play vanilla. I'll play some vanilla Minecraft. It's been a long time. Dude, people harp on vanilla Minecraft, especially on the PC side of things.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, I've got a PC, just mod it. And modded Minecraft is great, and I will say probably better than vanilla. But coming back to vanilla Minecraft in 1.20,
it's such a breath of fresh air.
It is the biggest breath of fresh air I've ever experienced. It was so fun.
Oh, it's awesome.
And unique to do things the way that they were meant to be done. Because a lot of modded Minecraft is like ways to speed up things. And while that's great, if you have a mod pack that introduces 3 or 4 times the amount of content, or even more, because Minecraft doesn't actually have that much content. So 5 or 6 times the amount of content that base Minecraft has, yes, you're going to want modded ways to do things faster. But in vanilla Minecraft, it's like you slow it down, take it easy.
Yeah.
There's no rush to beat the game, And yeah, that was probably the biggest nostalgia wave. Is like, man, I'm just playing regular Minecraft, and this is really fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Minecraft is just fun in general. So,
Um,
what Junk Monkey's Minecraft server when? When are we playing Minecraft together?
we'll see. We gotta do Overwatch. You know what I mean? Like, there's
shit.
too many games.
Got to hyperfixate on some Minecraft.
I guess my only one recently. I woke up on
I woke up like this.
Saturday morning, and Mike was like, "Hey, like, we rising and grinding or what?"
Yeah, he did.
He did that, and I was like, "Oh, Mike, I have so many things to do today." And he's like, oh, "Okay, no, that's fine." And I was like, "Give me 10 minutes."
what was it for?
For Apex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we were
Ranked grinding?
No, just playing.
Oh, okay.
Like we just have a term where it's like, "Hey, wake up and play video games immediately."
yeah.
It's
so
that you up text.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
exactly what it is. And so I just made a pot of coffee, and it felt like the old days where like Apex also had a big update that like changed it in a significant way.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt very much like back when I was living in my apartment in Winnipeg when the game came out for the first time. And like Mike and I just went so hard on it for like 6 seasons. Like, so that was really, really nice to get like that rush of like, man, it's like 5 years ago, you know?
Yeah.
Taken back in time.
Exactly.
Remember when Apex did the third-person mode?
Oh, yeah.
That was really fun. I fucking despise with every fiber of my being battle royales. Not just Apex.
Okay.
Battle royales, I hate them.
Fair.
Third-person Apex was actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
I played probably, I don't know, a dozen games of it with like
I forgot they did that.
Scoots and Nightmare and like that was actually really fun.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's technically a really simple change. It's just a camera above your character.
Yeah,
but
see-
like it totally changed the flow of the game. I don't know.
Now that you mentioned third person, every time anybody mentions third person games,
Yeah.
I immediately think of Battlefront 2. The original Battlefront 2.
The classic,
Yes,
the classic
yes.
collection. Are we playing the classic collection? We got Mike and
The nostalgia
The
is going
classic-
to
There it
hit
is.
so
Seen this?
hard.
I saw it.
the classic collection's coming out. I'm gonna. Okay, I know we're all very adamant about not pre-buying things, but like
We got to make an exception.
I'm actually more excited for the first one. I'm gonna be honest, because
I never played the first one.
That's the thing. I understand that everyone has there's the nostalgia trip.
Yeah.
There's my answer. When they were like, we're releasing the classic collection, I was like, huh. And they released the pictures of Battlefront 1 Renvar and I like the big ice like fortress, and I was like, I would come home from school in elementary class, I would load up the shitty computer and I would play the fuck out of the first
Hell
Battlefront
yeah,
game.
dude.
And like, so I don't have any nostalgia tied to the second one because I never had it. But the first one, oh my God, I played so much of the first one. And now I'm having a nostalgia wave. Brain blast.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
Dude, if we
excited.
can get everyone in on like some Galactic Conquest in Battlefront 2.
Is it?
Oh.
I've heard so much about Galactic Conquest, but I don't know anything about it.
It's like big fuck off map.
Yeah.
Planets, right?
Right.
And it's like, okay, you start here, you start here, and like you got to take the planets, and like you'll
Right.
meet up and like start fighting with other people, and
Okay.
it's like who can control the like supremacy,
Yeah.
who can control the board, and you win. It actually takes a long time. You win by controlling. Is it all the planets or most of the
You have
planets?
to control all of them.
You control all of them.
Damn.
I make it sound like a dozen. It's not a dozen. It's like
Big
12.
ass.
Is it 12?
I think so.
What? I don't remember that. Maybe I don't know.
At
But
the
yeah,
time, you're just like, whoa, there's so many.
yeah. As a stupid aw kid, I
Well, it's like a whole like it's a map of the galaxy, and
Right.
like, there's a bunch of different planets that are the points that you get
bad.
to fight at, and everybody controls these starship cruisers, and you get to move them from planet to
Space
planet.
battles.
I got one more thing actually that just popped in my head based on your guys' excitement.
Yeah.
I was leaving my religion class this morning, and a guy that is also in my philosophy class who caught me as we were walking out of class. I want to say before reading week, and I'd brought up Black Mirror in class, and he was like, "Oh, have you seen Black Mirror?" I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Oh man, what's your favorite episode?" And we started chatting about that, whatever. So turns out he's in my religion class too. And so I walk out of that class today, and he's like, "Hey, I don't know what to do about this essay." I'm like, "Oh yeah, same here. I have no idea." And we start talking about it, and he's like, "I think I want to pull in like video games to it." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "Yeah, like I don't know if you've heard of this game called Elden Ring."
Uh-oh.
I was like,
Oh no! Floodgates are open.
Who do you think I am?
Who the fuck you think you're talking to? So we just sat on a bench in Clark Hall for like a half an hour talking about our experience with playing Elden Ring for the first
They
time.
got that DLC coming out.
Oh my god. Anyway, but yeah, that was like a weird thing where like that game came out 2 years ago and I already have nostalgia for it.
Yeah.
Wild. Anyway, Dan,
Why?
I don't want to. I feel like we've talked a lot. but I really want to get to your band memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't talked that long.
How long have we been talking?
We're at 51, but we were recording for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I just, yeah.
Okay. Yep.
I'm not Russian.
Band
I'm just
memories.
saying, like, I would like to get
because
to
you're
yours.
Canadian. The fucking look you just gave me. Noah's laughing.
It's good stuff.
You said it, okay? Now
I know. I'm sorry. How do you want to talk about band memories? Because I feel like you and I have a lot.
I mean, Noah was in band.
I was in it for like a year.
You played trumpets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you?
Not well.
Well
you
enough.
tried.
No, let me tell you, I didn't learn a single chord for the entire class.
Chord.
Or I didn't learn.
I bet you didn't.
No, I
Scale.
didn't. I didn't learn any of it.
Yeah.
No,
I
know,
straight up just bullshitted the entire time.
Hell yeah.
you
Half
know-
the time, I didn't even play the trumpet.
You know what I like? What surfaced like later in my life?
Hmm.
Our original teacher, who shall remain nameless.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
They were awful. That's my take. They were a terrible band teacher. We didn't learn scales or anything. We didn't learn any theory. It was just like show up and hope you know what you're doing, and then just if you didn't, fucking
Yeah. No.
oh well.
I think the entire time I was there, we only had like one-on-one session, and it was for a test.
Yeah.
And they just asked you to play a certain part of a song or whatever. And as soon as they like told us that that was what we were going to be doing, I was like, I am fucked from here on out. We went in there and they're just like, okay, can you play this chord? And I butchered it. And they're just like, okay, you can leave.
We're done here. That just unlocked a core memory because I forgot that was like a thing where it was like be a one-on-one and be like, play this. I'm like,
and it did get harder as it went on.
yeah, totally.
Like you get towards the end, it was like play me 3 different scales.
Do we have to do that with Hodge? I don't remember that.
I remember that.
Okay.
I still have a sheet where I didn't apply myself very well in those tests.
Right.
Because I wasn't really about the theory side of it back then. I wanted to play.
Yeah.
And on the back of like my test, he drew like a square, like a big square, and then in it he drew a Pokemon battle. I have a picture of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was like Dan used more effort, and the enemy Pokemon was like the paper, and it was like reflection fainted. And then he wrote rest in Pokemon. Dude, Hodge was
That's sick.
I have a picture of it.
Oh
Hodge
my God.
was so cool. Mr. Hodge, I've talked about this before. Maybe
Yeah.
not with you guys, but with him I have. Mr. Hodge is the reason I wanted to get into music.
I bet you I would have been more into
Well, it's-
music in general
With a better teacher?
with a better teacher, because
Yeah.
I do not care about. That's why I'm never on any of the music podcasts, because I'm not that much. Is it an audiophile?
What do you mean?
It's
Sorry. Yeah,
it's a throwaway term. We don't
Is
really.
it?
yeah.
Audio, it's a different thing.
Yeah, I am just not into music as much as all you guys are.
Actually,
It is
yeah. I
just-
remember.
It is just something in the background for me.
Yeah, the first music episode that we did, you talked about how like your appreciation for Hodge and that like, hey, I wouldn't be where I'm at now without Mr. Hodge
I
like
wouldn't be.
inspiring me.
Because my interest in music was waning going into the year that he took over.
Yeah.
Because our previous teacher, did you experience
Nope.
them?
I only joined when the Hodge era started.
Right. Okay. Yeah. They weren't great.
Yeah.
Not fun. Strict. Just not fun.
They also just didn't seem like they cared.
Exactly. Not fun. Didn't care. Was there just because they had to.
Yeah.
and, like,
There's a
Because they
joy in
didn't
music,
have a
and you
music.
need to find that joy. Like
Yeah.
it genuinely is that simple.
but Mr. Hodge was the total opposite.
Yeah.
Were you there for Mr. Hodge?
No.
No, you weren't. Right. You just said that. I'm sorry.
No.
I blacked out for that.
It's really hot in here.
So Mr. Hodge like took my understanding of what performing with other people
Yep.
was and like flipped it. Where I was like, I don't really like this, and then Hodge came in, made it just. Every day I looked forward to band class. I was like, I want to go to band class. I want to hang out with Hodge. I want to hang out with Randy and all my other friends and play music
Yeah.
and have fun. That's what it was. Just fun.
Yeah.
If
I'm-
that's what it's supposed to be.
If I may ask,
Yeah.
how was it an immediate response? Because you were saying that your interest was waning. So
Yeah.
did you go in with kind of like, all right, let's see what this guy's got?
Well, it was not really. It was I needed a lunchtime credit.
Yeah.
Because it was either like you had the whole lunch hour, so you had like an hour and 15 minutes or whatever.
Something like that.
Because it's like 15 minutes for lunch, and then there was like the period 4, right? It was period 4? Period 3.
Man, I don't
No,
remember.
period 3 was pre-lunch because that's when
Yeah.
we had foods and nutrition.
Yeah.
Which is
Right.
also, oh my God, foods class.
Oh,
I
was a great time.
I might double back to nostalgia for
Yeah,
just a minute after
absolutely.
to talk about foods because
What I wouldn't give for those pierogies again.
Oh,
what was I gonna say? Remember when you transformed the scene with your buffalo chicken
yeah,
cups?
man. Oh my God.
Those were delicious.
A new player on the field.
That was all Noah. Anyways, yeah, that was you. You brought in a recipe and you were like, check this out. And then we made them and we were like, wow, these are fucking great.
Yep.
Damn.
Really
Anyways, so it was sort of like I needed a lunchtime credit.
Yeah.
I needed that credit. So I was like, well, the alternative is choir.
Right.
It was choir. And I was like, I could do choir. I don't really want to do choir though. So I was like, I'll stick with band because I already had been doing it for 2 years. I was pretty good at the flute. So it wasn't instant. It wasn't like, oh, this guy's more fun, right? Because it took a while for Hodge to warm up to us.
Yep.
Because we're a new group of kids,
Yeah,
right?
Well,
So-
and he was new to the entire school too.
yeah,
Yep.
it was like he had never been there before. Also, he was really new into his teaching career. Remember when Hodge told us how old he was?
Oh, that's right.
And he was
yeah.
like 24
Yeah.
when we were in band class.
Not quite, but like it was quite young.
It was really young.
Yeah.
So he was like not fresh out of uni, but like really close to it. And like so, but in the time that it took him to warm up to us, I don't know, probably like a month. Not warm up, but like get to know us
Yep.
and know our names.
Totally.
That over that time, I was like, okay, this guy is totally different. And it probably took me a while because I hadn't had experience with someone like that before, someone who actually made the act of going to that sort of class or doing those sorts of things fun. But definitely over like not a crazy amount of time. I was like, I started actively looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just gelled really well with Mr. Hodge.
As someone who's had many instructors over the last 7 years of school, good Lord, do you notice when like the passion is there?
It is the number one make or break the class.
Absolutely.
That is the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Would you like someone who's not crazy knowledgeable but willing to learn and also passionate versus the smartest person but zero passion?
Always former. Always the former.
Every single time. Because like then that person is there not only with the intent of teaching but with the intent to learn.
Yeah.
Because like just because you're a professor doesn't mean you can't learn later right along as like you shouldn't be studying what you're going to teach the night before.
Yeah.
But like it's that was a lot of what I got in college is that because my program was so like computer wise technical relative to what it was, a lot of the times my instructors would be like, we'd come with a question and my instructors would go, that's really interesting. I don't really know. Let's work on it together.
Nice.
And we would turn it into like a class lesson. Then we would all learn this thing and like going from high school to college or uni. Did you find this too where it was a completely different thing because high school is just sort of like it feels to me like high school was just sort of a general thing. But when you get into post-secondary, you're with instructors that are in the field they wanted to specialize in.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So
It's a completely different way of them like conveying all the information. Sorry to
keep
jump in.
go
ahead.
My first year of university, I had to take what was basically like grade 12 chemistry because I didn't take it in high school and everything. And we had this lovely, just old lady who was basically was just a grandma to everyone. It was a small class too. Like this was just a catch-up course.
Yeah.
But we still had like lab work and everything, and it felt like the stereotypical like high school movie,
like Breakfast Club situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's the older style lab. You have like the wood linoleum tables and everything, all the different vials.
almost like a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it was fantastic. Like as soon as she walked in, I was like, oh, she's coming here just to collect a paycheck. She's that close to retirement and everything, but she came in, huge smile on her face, and she immediately like started like pouring a bunch of shit into vials and everything.
And they fucking blew up. It was crazy.
And then the first class, she was talking about, oh, there's a ghost in this room and everything. It was adorable though.
Aw.
She turned off the light, and then like the vial, like there was smoke coming out of it. And she's like,
Was that the
that's
ghost?
awesome.
Yes, that was the ghost.
It was,
funny.
it was so
that's
fantastic.
incredible.
I loved it so much.
To be fair, I feel like Dag was like that, where like he would just like make class so
Oh,
enjoyable.
Dak was fantastic.
Like-
I don't know why I didn't take chemistry with him.
Oh yeah, me and Mikey took
I don't
it.
know why I took chemistry with him. That's not a dag. It's just like,
Yeah, I remember. I think it was like the first class in the morning too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I took all the sciences and I have no idea why. I don't know.
I think I didn't take it because I wasn't invested in the grade 11 chemistry. And it wasn't until I was in university that I was like, oh, this shit is awesome.
This shit's fun.
This
I
is
like
so
this.
cool.
This shit busted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked biology.
See, I didn't take biology.
Oh, biology. I miss. We can use the name, right? I mean, you already did for the science teacher, so.
Yeah.
Mrs. Payette was. She was fine.
I like Miss Payette.
I liked Miss Payette. I don't know. I really liked biology. I don't know what it was. Biology was fun. You know what it was? It was way less math and a lot more memorization.
See, I
It was
don't
all
like
terms.
memorization.
I blow dick at math. I'm not good at math. So like a lot less math and a lot more memorization was like, I got a good grade because I don't have to do math.
No, that's I'm so
and
opposite of you.
you're good at math.
Yeah,
You're really good
I
at
love
math.
math. I hate memorizing shit. Like I'm doing 2 philosophy courses right now, basically. Like one is like contemporary critical theory, but like
That sounds fun, actually.
no, it's so dry, dude.
Oh,
And it's
is
like-
that the subject or is it the teacher?
No, it's a subject. I love the teacher. He's basically like our grandfather. Like we've all like,
Yes,
termed him
we
as
got grandmama and grandpapa.
but like yeah,
Is there a
no.
ghost in the classroom?
Yeah, right. He just brings a vial.
He's
and it's
opening
like,
a text.
What are you doing? But like
I don't know.
I just I got my midterm back today, and I was like, I know I didn't do great on this because I couldn't remember certain parts of this guy's theory and like his idea on like post-structuralism and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't like, and I can like analyze a novel like nobody's business, but like you give me a theory and be like, hey, this person said this about the larger structure of language. I'm like, I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm stupid, man.
See, I'm like Dan. Like, if it's like term memorization and
Yeah.
everything, I love that.
Yeah.
Shit. I love writing it down.
Yeah.
And then like,
Dude, flashcards.
dude,
Here's the curve of how fucking rad flashcards are. Ready? Your little baby flashcards are fucking hype. Ready? I'm going for the audience.
Okay.
I'm going up.
Going up.
Then you get into like middle school and you're like, flashcards are fucking for babies, and it goes all the way down. Then you get into like college and you're like, flashcards are the
They're back
best
in,
thing
baby.
ever. They're so good.
oh, they're fantastic.
I did a lot of flashcards in college. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're-
biology. I also took. I can't remember the course name. We basically just learned about like ancient humans and how the human genome like evolves.
Oh, cool.
And everything like that. Tons of
Memorization.
terms. Fuck,
Any-
I love that. It was-
Anytime I have to pull out the flashcards, it's usually a last resort, and that's when
Oh.
I realize like, oh, I'm really fucked for this. Like, if I have to pull those bad boys out, it's usually like a piece of loose leaf that I've cut into like 6 squares, and like I
Dude,
never
I
goes
had
well.
like a whole system with like different colored pens where
Yeah.
I'd write out the term and
I
then in a
never have
different
that.
color I would like write out the definition of it and everything.
I'm really bad at organization like that. Like
Dude.
some people are just some of the most organized people I've ever seen, and they like, oh yeah, this is my system. The blue pen means this, and the green pen
Yeah.
means this.
Randy, straight up, just buy like a 15 pack of colored gel pens.
Noah, I have 2 months left in my semester.
I thought it was,
No,
I thought it
I
was just
still use them to this
all
day.
right, all right.
how many more you have this year and then more?
I have so basically like I have this semester, and then I have 2 more classes to do,
Oh fuck! So this semester and then one more semester.
pretty much.
Oh,
And then I'm
you're
finally done.
done.
Hey.
And so then you have an honors Bachelor of English.
English degree with honors. Yeah, Bachelor of Arts. Yes.
That's fucking
with a
really
creative writing
cool.
minor.
That's rad as fuck.
And it only took from 2017 till now.
Yeah, so I just did the 2 years and I'm done. You know?
I don't blame you, man.
No, that was because I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And IMA at the time, Interactive Media Arts, it was a really like mixed bag.
Yeah.
It was like, come here, learn how to video edit, learn how to audio edit, learn how to shoot, learn how to do everything fine enough that you could make it in
Yeah.
like a professional space and then hone your skills later. Like I was debating going to Toronto Film School, but I was like, I don't know if I want to like go to film school.
Fully commit to
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
IMA was like, when I was taking it, I was like, this fucking course needs more specialization. But now that I've like done it, I'm like, it was fine. It was pretty good. It was good. Yeah. I got a taste for like everything. So.
Yeah. We talked about it on the post-secondary episode,
Yeah.
but I remember like I had the very similar thing where like I was like, man, I just need a course that is general enough that I can make a decision later, but like I just need to get started, I guess.
Would you say that's what your English degree has let you do, or would you say you've specialized a lot? Because
I think yours has opened up a lot of doors.
Oh, extremely.
Opened up a lot of doors, yeah, but because you wanted to go into like games journalism or journalism in general. We talked about that at one point.
If I take it way back, originally the plan was to be a civil engineer and then get into environmental engineering.
That's before.
Yeah, that was before
though.
uni.
Yeah.
Then I got into uni, and I was like, the beautiful thing about university, in my opinion, is that like it allows you to figure it out as you go.
Yeah.
Like
it's a lot of I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's
like
a good thing.
I don't believe you have to declare a major until
it's like the third year, right?
No, I think it's the second.
The second year.
I think it's the second year. You have to like be like, all right, get on track on something.
I feel like it depends. I don't know if music's the same way.
Yeah,
maybe it depends. Because I feel like I read. It also probably depends on how many. Do you think it depends on how many years you intend to take?
Yes.
Because a lot of people don't do 4 years. A lot of people do 5, right?
I feel like people are moving away from the 4 year.
Yeah.
Because like, hey,
That's
guess what? You have
lot.
to work now instead of like just do university.
See, that was the thing. Like, I always thought that like it was 4 years. You can't take any longer than that.
Well, that's what they kind of teach you in air quotes when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And then you learn. You're like, oh, we're way more flexible than that.
Yeah.
There was one person, a friend of my instructor, my cello teacher, was like, I'm taking 6 years to do my degree. It's just because I need to make money and I have a kid. And it's like, fucking.
There's other priorities.
You're working towards a degree. That's fantastic.
Absolutely. And like, in the grand scheme of things, how many years is 6 years? You know what I mean? Like
2 more than what you thought it was going to be.
Exactly.
Like you're going to be 27 you're going to be 25 rather than 23. Oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever the number would be, right?
Yeah.
Like, I had another thing I wanted to bring up. It was about the same thing.
Shit.
Oh my god.
I always love talking about secondary.
Me too.
It's always interesting that like, I don't know, everybody has a different path through it, and like, mine's unique, Dan's is unique, Noah's is unique. Like, I don't know, I like it. Are you
guys? I feel like we talked about it in the first one. You guys done with post-secondary after you're not in post-secondary.
No.
You took.
Yeah.
What did you took a science?
I took science.
Did you finish?
No, I only did the 1 year.
Okay.
I only did the 1 year.
And then you did college though.
Yeah, and then you did automotive.
And then I did automotive, and then I realized that I didn't want to be in that workforce. So
of course,
I just dropped out of that.
That was a huge thing for me and my family, and by my family I mean me and my dad.
Yeah.
Is that so we're not well off.
Right.
I literally could not afford to waste a single year.
Yeah.
That would like financially cripple us.
Right.
It's like, oh, here's a bill for $10,000, and it's like, I'm fucked for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
The only reason I went to school is because I got a full ride bursary grant. Yeah. So what I was going to ask is, do you guys think you're done with post-secondary? You after you're finished? Do you think there's a master's in the future? Or
I think I'm done. I think I've hit that point. Obviously, never say never. Like maybe when I'm 31, I'm like, oh yeah.
Of course, when you're 60, it might be different because
Totally.
people go to school when they're fucking 70.
Oh, there's this lovely lady in a lot of my English courses that is like in her 60s or whatever, and like
And she's going to school.
yeah, and she
What
only
a
does the
giga
one
Chad.
class per like semester, but
Yeah.
she's just like
That's enough
she's
for
like,
her.
yeah, this is my 3rd degree. I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, I've just accrued them
Just
over time.
Look at
Oh yeah, this is my 3rd degree. Giga Chad meme.
Yeah, honestly.
like Giga Chad and like the speech bubble. Yes, this is my 3rd degree.
Yes,
Why do
this
you
is my
ask?
3rd degree.
She's incredible. But yeah, I don't know. It's not something I want to. I've hit the point where I'm like, I think I need to move on from post-secondary education because I've gotten really, really good at it. Like, in not to brag or anything, it's not really a
Like
brag.
good
it's
at
just more
good
like,
at school.
Yeah, I'm really good at school now.
Right.
I'd like to be good at other things now.
Mhm.
Yep.
I have that with jobs where I hit a ceiling and I'm like, I don't really want to do this anymore because I've hit the point where I'm like, I'm really good at this now. I don't want to keep doing really good. I want to challenge myself. So, yeah.
Noah? Is it
Again,
just
kind of
maybe.
Yeah, it's always something that's like in the back of my mind. It's like, oh, what could I do? What opportunities would this branch out
Afford
to?
you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never say never. I don't know if the university or college route is the way for me, but
Yeah, totally.
the world that we live in, like, that doesn't really knock out a whole lot of opportunities either.
I was talking with my dad a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and we were talking about the core concept of our topic was, man, a college degree has lost so much power. since like the time of, like not the time when my dad was growing up, because that was the 1940s.
Right.
But like a college degree was really fucking powerful in the 60s and 70s.
Well, and they hammer it into your head
that you need it.
That it's
Now
a requirement.
It kind of depends on what you want to do.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
like if you wanted to go into science,
you're
not
I
getting
would need those
anywhere
credentials.
without a degree at least, like a bachelor's.
Yeah.
I would need those credentials to
absolutely,
back up everything.
100%.
Or if you wanted to get into environmental engineering, you probably need a degree.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, they're not going to be like, oh, I watched some YouTube stuff.
Yeah, I watched that documentary, Chasing Coral.
I
Really
watched a documentary on fish.
I would like to do that.
Yeah.
For like what I did for college, I would argue that like 90% of what I learned, I probably could have learned online.
Yep.
Yes.
Now, would I have learned it the same way or to the degree that I had? No, because I've got like editing, right? I've got my instructor, Greg. He's been doing this shit for 40 years. When he started editing back in like
They were splicing shit.
They were splicing film.
Yeah.
And that's why it's called a cut. It's because you wanted to make an edit. You literally cut the film with a fucking scalpel and then moved it. So like this guy's been through it all, and he was a great resource. So like no shit, I wouldn't have learned it the same way. I say that to myself.
Yeah.
No shit, guys. No. So yeah, no, I obviously wouldn't have learned it the same way if I just learned it by myself.
Right.
But for a lot of industries, man, a college degree has lost a lot of power and value.
Yeah, totally.
No, there's so many, and there's so many resources on the internet. There's
Holy
lots of online
shit.
like learning,
Well-
online learning things
Oh yeah.
where you can still take like university and college level courses.
Online school. That's a totally another topic. that's a whole other
Absolutely.
topic.
Well, that's to bring back to cooking. Like that was the thing where it's like, oh, to be a chef, you need to go to culinary school. It's like now you don't.
No, you don't.
Now you don't. You need experience.
Yeah.
Go get some experience. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if obviously, some people might scoff at you if you're like showing up to like a high-end restaurant and being like, I'd like to apply to be top chef here or whatever, right? It's like, well, no, you need,
Okay,
like,
prove it.
yeah, exactly. I don't know. I feel like some things are applicable to a degree and some things just aren't, you know?
It depends entirely on the industry you're going into.
It's ever shifting.
Yep.
It's ever changing. Like,
I
love talking about this stuff.
I
really
want to answer the like, do you think you're done with post-secondary school?
We can skip my thing.
We don't have to.
No. Honestly, I feel like A, I need to get out of here at some point.
Okay.
And B, I really like the conversations that we've had so far, and we can save mine for a different episode.
Okay.
Yep.
I just wanted to answer the question, do I think I'm done with school?
Yeah.
I don't think I've hit my educational stride yet.
Okay.
really?
Well, I'm definitely going to go to school again. Absolutely. I really like school. High school might not have demonstrated it. No one knows what I'm talking about because I was a shitty student in like 8, 9, and then like 10-ish.
Yeah, but that's not something to base like.
I'm not. I'm just saying like,
totally.
you know, if you had only the perspective of like what I was like in high school, you'd be like, this guy fucking sucks at school.
Yeah.
I finished college with distinction.
Yeah.
I was like second in the course for my grade. I did pretty good at my college.
Yeah, brag about it. Like not even brag. Like celebrate it.
So I like school. I like post-secondary. And I haven't had a university experience yet. I really want to do that.
Yeah.
And I want to go to school for music. And so I definitely want to. I think that's going to be super fun. BU has a good music course. They've got a great music course, actually. So that's probably what I want to do.
That'd be sick.
They've got composition. So if I could go to school for composition, that'd be pretty rad.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my point.
I think it'd be cool. I think
it'd be awesome.
And also, like, if anything, it'd be another challenge for you to like attack. You know.
Yeah. There's an industry where a degree has lost a lot of power. Music, but specifically like composition. Fucking no one in the compositional space has degrees anymore.
No.
It just does like. I don't want to. I don't want to like be that guy. But like, have you heard my ambient orchestral scores?
Yeah.
And I haven't gone to school. Imagine if I went to school.
Is it mostly like self-taught people in that?
It's
now?
a lot of. There's definitely like if you're composing for film and like you're like. You're scoring big films. You've probably got a college education or a university education, but like you don't need it because a lot of what you learn at university for stuff like music is theory.
Yeah.
And while that is useful, it's only a tool in your belt. And if you can overcome that with just raw musical ability, as in like your ability to write music and understand the music and
the actual experience.
Yeah, it's a different thing that you can use to supplement not having that college education. I want to look something up really quick. You guys talk.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I think that university in general has been one of the best experiences I've had. I complain about it a lot. I moan about it a lot. But it's, I don't know. It's been something that, like, I feel like, if anything, universities should have a course called How to Do University. And, like, as an intro course.
I thought that was just university writing.
You would think so. But, like, I didn't take that. So maybe I should have.
See, I was supposed to take that, and I despise writing.
Yeah.
I despise it. I cannot figure it out. In high school, I fucking sucked at math.
Yeah,
We've been over this multiple times before. Dude, in university, it clicked.
Yeah.
It clicked.
Yeah.
I was killing physics left,
Hell
right, and
yeah,
center.
dude. That's awesome.
And even in like automotive mechanics and stuff, there's a lot of mathematics in that.
Yeah.
Dude, I was top of my class in that.
Hell yeah.
In math of all subjects.
I don't know. Some things just hit when they need to, or not need to, but like at different times.
It also helps when you have a fantastic teacher.
That's the biggest thing.
Yep.
I wanted to shout out like our high school teachers.
I can do that. Well, not I can do that. I can get on board. I don't know
No,
why I
but
said
just
that.
like Payette, Dag, Bobier.
Yep.
all
Oh my
fantastic.
fucking God.
That's who I saw at
Dean
Sobeys
Bo-
the other day.
What was it, Dean Bobier?
It was Dean Bobier.
I love Bobes,
And he looked
dude.
at me, and I looked at him, and he's like, Randy. I'm like, Bobes.
I
You
love
know
it
what
when
I
they
mean? Yeah,
do
it's
that.
so good.
I loved Mr. Lamont.
Yes.
Okay, so
He has such a good energy.
one of my biggest Achilles heels in math, I'm outing myself right now, but like I sucked at math. Well, I used to suck at math. Lamont helped a lot with that. One of my biggest weaknesses, I'm embarrassed to say it, I can't for the fucking life of you tell you guys why, but I sucked at trig.
Okay.
I sucked at trigonometry. Come on. But like, it was like 2 days before the grade 12 exam, like determine
big one.
whether or not I fucking graduated college or university. Jesus,
High school.
or
Yeah.
not. Lamont was teaching me in high school, guys. You didn't hear? College. That was the job. I'm fucking it all up right now. And he was helping me, and he was explaining stuff, and I was just like, I'm not understanding. And there was literally this, like, the definition of a light bulb moment.
Yeah.
Where
Eureka.
he literally just went like, okay, well, these two angles add up to like 180. And I went, oh!
The magic
And
piece.
no, I shit you not. It was like all the puzzle pieces were there. I'm not fucking kidding.
Yeah.
And they all just went right together. And then I just fucking aced my trig.
Hell yeah,
And
man.
like, I feel so stupid talking about like being bad at trig, but at the same time, it was because of the teacher.
Yes.
It was, and I know we talked about it, but like, the teacher fucking makes or breaks everything
Yeah,
about your
we're
education.
not going to out the teacher
Anything.
that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will. No. I wanted to just say something really
Yeah,
quick.
please.
You know who doesn't have any like formal like university training for music?
Who?
Me.
Yeah, you. Hans Zimmer.
Yeah. Yep.
You
I don't know if you've heard of this small-time composer, Hans Zimmer.
You know who's the guy when it
The
comes to
guy.
like big scale orchestral composition in Hollywood? It's Hans fucking Zimmer.
Yeah, dude.
Guess who never went to school? Hans Zimmer.
Do you know who scored Kung Fu Panda 3?
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Wait, Kung Fu Panda 3.
Yeah.
They had that one. They had that one Imagine Dragons song.
Yeah. But he like helped compose that.
What, Hans Zimmer?
Yeah.
Oh. You know who scored Interstellar?
Hans Zimmer.
It's the really obvious
He usually
one.
goes with Christopher Nolan, doesn't he? Like the two of them
Yeah,
collaborate on a
they're
lot of their
very
films.
well because like Christopher Nolan's got that big like
Yeah.
no CGI.
Oh, dude, the Interstellar score is so good.
It's really good.
Oh.
Hans Zimmer said on one of his Reddit AMAs that, quote, "My formal training was 2 weeks of piano lessons. I was thrown out of 8 schools, but I joined a band. I am self-taught," end quote.
Baller.
It's like, what the
Chad.
Absolute
Giga Chad meme? Yeah, I
Quite
got thrown out
literally.
of school 8 times. What about it? Just a big Giga Chad.
Love it.
I did 2 weeks of piano. Give me the orchestra.
Pretty much.
That's fucking
I
so
will
it's-
score your movie.
It's pure experience.
Yes.
And like yeah, music is especially where it's an industry where like obviously a college education is valuable.
Yeah.
But it's lost so much power because if you don't have a college education, but you go look at this score and I almost call him
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer, yeah. Hans Zimmer submits the score for Interstellar, his mock-up, and they're like, "This is fantastic and perfect." They're not going to be like, Did you go to school?
Hold on.
Did you go to Juilliard?
What was
Yeah.
your GPA?
Yeah.
Like they don't give a shit.
I think
So,
like to when you were talking about like your multimedia program.
Yeah.
I think the thing that probably helped with that, and you said that you could have learned a lot of that stuff online, absolutely, or like self-taught.
Yeah.
I think like the financial like commitment kind of
also very true. Yes.
I think that kind of helps to like force you to do it because
Well,
you could.
It didn't help force me to do it. It forced me to do it.
Well, yeah.
Because you know what? You know what happens if I like just shirked my college stuff?
You go to jail.
No, I gotta pay it back.
Yeah.
And I don't have $19,500.
No.
So.
Yeah. Guys, we've had a lot of conversations today, and I've enjoyed
a couple.
a lot of them.
I've just
Not
most
all
of
them, but you know.
A couple of them were pretty fucking.
You know what? There was a part where we were talking about Star Wars, and I just didn't.
There was a part where we were talking about Roger Clark and the horse, and I wasn't
I
super about it.
We started the episode with
you
it.
guys were talking about band, and I just
And Noah just clocked out.
Yeah, but Randy and I were both like, "Yo,
let's go,
dude!" When we were just like trolling Mr. Hodge every day.
Where's this "we" coming from? This was you.
You were part of it
I don't
sometimes,
know.
Greg. You were part of it sometimes.
Sometimes I would do a little foghorn just for fun. But like,
Do you remember the? This is a really niche memory because I remember because I did it. But like, do you remember the one time he was in the middle of the like talk? He was up at the front of the class and he was just talking about something, and I was just not listening, so I just took my phone out, I made sure I had my speaker on, I went, and I took a picture of him and just set it down, and he went, why'd you take a photo of me? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, Dan.
dude, you wouldn't be able to get away with that with a teacher that has like been established at a school or something.
Well, you know, duh.
No, it was good though.
Just trolling the shit out of Mr. Hodge.
Guys, we gotta get out of here. It's hot. My stomach hurt.
I mean, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm in a sweater and I'm fine.
I took my jacket off, but I'm good.
I went to the gym. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm gonna admit it.
Big gym.
I did
guy.
leg day today, and it hurt so much.
Big gym guy.
I'm big gym guy.
Big gym
I'm
guy.
training to climb.
Big-
I'm training to do
big
the
gym
free solo.
Big Jim Ran.
Jimbo.
Jim Randy.
Damn.
No. Absolutely not.
So,
Woo!
I just wanted to say thank yous to a couple people because we're in the outro
Thank you
down.
to Hans
Whoa,
Zimmer.
shit! You listening to the Interstellar score right now? That's crazy. We're gonna get
Super
copyright.
copyright.
I don't think we're allowed to do that.
I'm gonna do it regardless. They're gonna be like, take the video down, and I'm gonna be like, no.
No.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna
Daniel.
talk like this the whole time.
Daniel.
Wow.
Hey, thanks so much for editing our podcast. I
Yeah,
appreciate
you're
it.
welcome.
And the dope music you heard in the intro and the outro.
Yeah. Shorts.
Absolutely.
And
And the
the
shorts.
shorts.
Yeah, I got to throw that on your thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm, yep. mhm,
Yep. Yep. All right. See you later.
Good. Christian
And
Nation,
stop
Maker
recording.
Space, baby. Come on down.
Come on down to
Come
Cowtown.
on. I wonder if like anybody's actually gotten interested from these thank yous, but like I just like
No.
chatting them out. I
Well,
just
like I'm watching a 3D printer right now
make some
print-
brass knuckles.
print an illegal weapon.
Yeah.
Wait, seriously? Or is it actually?
You're not allowed to have brass
knuckles
knuckles.
No, not that stupid. I mean, is it actually printed?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm watching it right
What?
now.
That's awesome. I asked if brass
you-
knuckles are illegal.
And you can do that at the
Of course
Creation
I know they're
Nation
illegal.
Makerspace. It's wild, guys.
Who's printing a butterfly knife?
Just plastic. And then finally, thank you for listening.
Thank
watching.
you.
We appreciate it a lot.
Please go watch the media watch. Get those numbers up.
Yay, we're gonna make that number one, baby.
If it takes 100,000 alt accounts.
Every time I post like the new episode, I'm just gonna link to that episode, and then people accidentally give us views.
Every time you upload a new episode, you just re-upload that one.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, sorry guys, wrong.
Oh, my bad.
wrong
That is
video.
my bad.
Sorry.
Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for listening,
Thank you.
and thank you guys for having this conversation. Goodbye. Woo.
We only used 77% of the laptop's battery.
Okay, so we're at
Hasn't
33.
been plugged in.
We used 77% of it.
Am I stupid?
No, 23.
I was gonna say, what
Shit.
the fuck?
Ah.
I just
You
did a
had
whole
me there
rant
for a
about.
second too.
You had me self-doubting me because you're the math guy, and I was like, 23 and 70.